Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey guys, welcome to the On the Topic of Blank program. I'm Tanner Johnson, and I'm here with my guest.
Gage McCreary. What's happening, guys?
And today, just straight up got back from the new Insidious movie.
Oh yeah.
It's real good. I'd recommend it to anybody.
I don't think Tanner Johnson has seen the new Insidious movie.
I'm
But
telling
I
you-
could be wrong.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you
know.
that he does.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
We got you guys. It was the old switcheroo. I'm actually Tanner. Gage is.
This is actually Gage.
Yeah.
I know you guys didn't know that.
So Gage McCreary on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's happening, brother?
Brother. WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh. Off to a great start.
Obviously.
If you hear click clacking in the background, that's my pupper.
Yeah. Here he is.
So what's going on with you?
Man, getting swole.
Getting swole. Okay.
Same old, same old.
So that's actually a nice little entry point into our first topic. Your perspective on the Forney football program. Because last week, me, Stu, and Ryan talked about, our careers as Forney football players and why we left the program and some of the coaches. So what you coming from a different school from playing football at Berkner to Forney, what's your perspective on it?
Well, it's a really big change. At Berkner, the off-season program is a bit more lax. You get in there probably because they start school later than we did. Because we start school at 8:15, something like that.
Yeah, 8:25.
And at Berkner, you start school around 9:30, and so for off season, you get there around 8:30, lift for about 30 minutes, take your shower, and that's it, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then here you're rushing to get dressed, you're rushing to get in there, real quick, fast, station to station, workout. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
So,
it's a lot different.
What has Berkner been successful in the past with football? Because I'm not really familiar with.
They're all right. They're not like the top tier team, like Highland Park and all them, but they're pretty decent.
Okay, like playoffs decent or
yeah, probably not. Trying to.
Okay, but better than we did this year. Fair to say.
I don't know. I'd
About
say,
the same.
Yeah, probably. They're probably pretty close to us. I mean, they almost beat us. So.
Yeah, that's interesting that our off season is so intense and there's 2 mandatory workouts we have to do per day, right?
Yeah.
And then we're still getting the same results as a team who is kind of relaxed and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's just all about the coaching, But somewhere along the line,
Without naming names, how do you feel about the coaching? The coaching
they
staff.
really do push you, I know last week you guys were talking about how you don't like how they punish you as a whole, and I think that that's good because at Berkner, for example, they wouldn't do that as much. They'd still do it, but when I used to play defense there, because I switched to offense somewhere along the line, but when I used to play defense there, you'd have to hit and you have to make a noise when you hit because they challenge that with voices, with that karate stuff, how they say that. Yeah, you make the noise, right?
Or
and so
boxing,
if you wouldn't make the noise when you hit the dummy, he'd be like, all right, you don't know how to use your voice, so I think you lost it over there, and they'd say, go run over there and find your voice, and you come back, and if you still couldn't find your voice, you're going again.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Well, I think there are times when it's appropriate to punish a group as a whole. I think that's necessary for a team, for team building and all that. I also think that there are times when just the individual should be punished.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes it's just necessary to help to find that leader in your group, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you're just punishing the individual, they're never going to find the leader's never going to rise above, because he's just going to be like, oh yeah, he's just getting punished. I'm not getting punished, so why should I inspire my team to do better whenever I clearly have no consequence for
Do you think
that sort of thing?
punishment is the only way to bring out leaders?
No, of course not. I mean, eventually you're probably going to have a leader
Yeah.
rise up. But I'm sure for certain things, if a certain individual is always causing the problems, I feel like he should, probably be punished individually. But if it's the team lacking and there's individuals out throughout the team, it's probably time to punish the team.
Okay, interesting. So would you say you're more of a fan of Forney's program or of Bergner's?
I'd say Forney's, because I'm really feeling like I'm improving. I'm getting my maxes and everything. And that's not to say that I didn't grow at Berkner, because I definitely did. But it's just more, go.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah. So, Tanner, what's this? Ooh, it seems like I found us a nice segue. Ooh, you want to get on here with me?
You
man?
found us. I'll
Yeah,
jump on there. What's
All right,
the
let's
segue?
go. All right, we're segueing. Ooh, what's? Oh, God.
What's the destination?
Wait, Tanner, watch out. Oh, dude, we just crashed. But looks like there's a Trump poster here. All right, so
God dang Trump.
yeah, man.
Isn't he a rascal?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man.
You know, we're both sort of on the same boat, from my understanding, that we're not really left or right. We're just, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we're
right on
we're
some
finding our
issues,
way,
left on some issues.
Yeah.
More common sense
Of course,
rather than
yeah.
just blindly following a party.
Yeah.
So-
like a lot of people these days. I'm not just,
Yeah.
we use our brains a bit more. Let's just say that.
Travis. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anyone named Travis.
Oh, that's alright.
But what
yeah.
do you think about him calling certain countries shitholes?
Well, it's just it's just one of those things that you just gotta think about. Like, you can't just condemn a whole country. It's just like, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing,
come on now.
Like, really?
What's going on?
I kind of feel like he's just trying to, provoke people.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, man?
I don't think he was asked how he was doing enough as a child. No one is like, little Donnie, are you okay?
Man, I mean, I think you just need a hug, man. A little.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
it's a little
we
bit,
we
little
might
bit
have
too
to
far.
cut that. I don't know. But
Yeah.
no, but it's like, listen, are those countries kind of shitholes? Yes. I mean, but as the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, you can't say that.
Exactly.
And I know a lot of people voted for him because he's, out of the mainstream. He's different. He says what's on his mind. But sometimes,
he's just not being controlled,
you just gotta. And I don't know if you follow him on Twitter or not.
Yes.
But
yes, I do.
But I do. And the other day he was getting a.
Was he talking about a button or something on his desk?
Yes, he said. Kim Jong Un always has a button on his desk.
Yeah.
But mine is bigger and it's on there all the time. It's like, come on, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, dude.
Don't do this.
Dude, speaking of outspoken and not being controlled, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Alex Jones?
Oh my gosh, I follow him on Twitter too.
Dude, Alex Jones,
okay,
yes, dude.
For those of you who don't know, Alex Jones he runs this site called InfoWars, it's a podcast and a website where it's right-wing based. It's a news outlet, right? But Alex Jones dives deep into conspiracy theories,
oh yeah,
deep.
That's an understatement, my man.
Like,
he was talking about how are you gonna do the one like the chemicals thing, dude? He's like they're putting chemicals in the water. It's turning the freaking frogs gay.
yeah, and he's talking about, interdimensional beings corrupting our American politics. It's a real hoot to listen to.
Dude,
it
I
really
love it,
is.
dude. I'll just like I'll be playing games or something on my computer, and I'll just like,
Yeah.
you know what I want to hear? I just want to hear some just crazy right wing stuff, and they'll just turn it on, and he'll just be screaming about frogs and aliens and how Hillary's a reptilian.
But he does a lot of that for satire.
Oh yeah, there's
Like,
no question about that.
Probably, I would say a good 70% of it is satire.
Oh, yeah.
Just because that's the kind of guy he is. He likes getting a reaction out of people and stuff.
Oh yeah, like,
But like, if you listen to him on like other people's podcasts, like he'll dive into that stuff, and it's sort of like, yeah, but like most of his facts check out.
exactly, and that's what's so confusing to a lot of people.
And he can have a reasonable conversation with like a lot of people, like left-wing people or people in the middle. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's the thing. I think I was listening to one of his live like podcast things that he's doing, and like there was a guy on there, and he was talking about how he's gone to Alex Jones' like headquarters, the Infowars headquarters, and he's seen like compared to some of the other news outlets that like there's a ton of people working on stories at Infowars. So he's very trustworthy, is what this guy was trying to get across, and like compared to a bunch of other stuff. So I don't remember what he referenced, but he referenced some sort of news company. And he was like, yeah, it's not as good as Infowars because Infowars has all these people working on it, and at certain headquarters they just have like one or two guys, so they're real biased, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go all Mr. Fink on you.
And oh gosh,
Biases.
biases. That's probably one of my favorite things we've learned about is different biases people have.
Dude, yeah, it's actually like you catch yourself. Like,
Yeah.
It's wild.
There should be a whole course just on that.
Just like a biases class.
Yeah, that'd be.
Would you take it?
Yeah, I would definitely.
Do you think it would be like an alternative to English, or would it like what we're learning right now, or do you think that they could just make it like an elective?
I don't know. It probably counts as both, because
I could see it.
like forensic science at our school counts as a science credit, but it's more of an elective, which that's what I'm in right now, so I don't have to take a science next year. What's up?
Ooh, got a big guy over here.
Yeah, but like back to the Alex Jones thing, like I've watched him on a podcast with Joe Rogan.
Oh man,
I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast a lot. That's what inspired me to make this podcast.
Yeah.
And he has a whole bunch of people on and from different backgrounds, different political stances, different races, religions, all that. And that's something I really respect about that. And he had Alex Jones on, and they were talking. They were having a good conversation. Like, they brought out the blunts. Alex hit it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, that's not really something you expect a right-wing guy to do.
Exactly.
So
He's very versatile. I'll give him that.
don't judge a book by his
Political stance.
Facebook videos.
Facebook videos. Yeah, man.
So, what's your whole stance on pot?
Well, ooh, I like that segue right there.
Yeah.
So, pot, right? So.
Right. Done. Next topic.
All right. For real though. It is very helpful, right?
Mm-hmm. Done. Next topic.
Weed is the most toxic drug in all the Americas and needs to be banned from all
You
Americas.
smoke a weed cigarette, you're dead to me. We're never.
Wait.
talking.
Tanner, dude.
Yeah, pass it over.
All right, here you go.
We do not have a bong here.
Yeah, guys, it's just a meme.
All I have is
just a
my
meme.
green tea, just sipping.
There you go.
And, but
how's that green tea treating you, bud?
it's delicious. I recommend it. It's healthy for you.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Sonic has pretty good diet green tea.
I've always I like they have like some Green Mountain or something coffee. I don't know, like.
I've never had coffee from Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Or not Starbucks. I have had coffee from Sonic.
Yeah, coffee from Sonic's not bad. Like their iced coffee,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's almost on the same tier as McDonald's. Surprisingly,
Ooh,
McDonald's
I've
makes some
never
really good.
had
McDonald's has
coffee
got to
from
be one
McDonald's.
of the best iced coffees. Like I'm telling you, man. I know there's gonna be some people that disagree with me, but I'm telling you, McDonald's makes some really good iced coffee, and so does Sonic. But where were we? Oh yeah, pot. All right.
Pot.
So it has medical uses, right?
Mm-hmm.
That does bring, you know, it brings importance to it. But as far as it being legal, like, I feel like it might as well, like, it doesn't have as many bad side effects as some other drugs that you can get.
Mhm.
Like, it just makes you, you know, like, you just get real hungry, food tastes real good, like, that's what I've heard. I've never really hit it, my man.
Partook in the
Partook in the marijuana.
yeah. You know, for me, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on a previous podcast, but I'm under the opinion that all drugs should be legalized.
They all should be.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Just-
you gotta look at the lesser of the evils. You know, out of all of them, I'd say that weed is probably the, you know, least harmful.
Definitely.
Like they'll just like,
Without a doubt is. But
Yeah.
and even if all drugs aren't legalized, which they're not going to be,
Yeah.
pot should be legalized because of the benefits
the
it
medical,
has.
you know. Like,
Not just medical.
But yeah,
You look at pot, right? You
Yeah.
smoke it like say twice, 3 times a week, right?
mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get addicted to it, like physically, mentally. Well, mentally maybe. Physically, your body is not gonna be addicted to the drug marijuana,
Yeah.
and you could stop cold turkey without any side effects. Sure, you might miss the high, but without any side
Okay.
effects,
Yeah.
like that has to do with your body. Take alcohol or tobacco, right? You drink alcohol, you're addicted to it, and you stop cold turkey, you will die. It's one of the only drugs that if you stop cold turkey, you will die. Crack, or cocaine rather. You can do it, be addicted to it, and stop cold turkey, you won't die. That's crazy. That's a fact. But with marijuana, it would. And it used to be legal in the United States. It was the early 1900s, somewhere around there. I think it was made illegal. But it would increase tax revenue, you know, it would bring down the incarceration rate. I just don't see a drawback to it.
No kidding.
It's a plant that grows from the ground that people smoke. What's the difference between it and tobacco?
Yeah, and I mean, like the other drugs, they're just so much more dangerous. I don't see, like, I mean, I understand why they don't want to because, you know, I've heard that whenever you smoke it, like, you just get real lazy. You don't want to do anything. Like,
Okay, but you
is
look
that,
at
do you know if that's true or not?
but you look at super successful people that
Yeah.
smoke marijuana, and you're like, if it makes you them frick, if it makes them lazy, how are they doing what they're doing and being this successful still? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then that's right there. That's a good, like, another drawback that's just taken away because you see all the successful people there. So really, there's not really much of an argument to not have it legalized, you know?
Yeah. It's just old
it's-
white people
Yeah.
ruin everything.
That's how it is, man.
It's the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
You
Yeah,
better
like,
not be smoking a marijuana cigarette around me.
that boy better not be smoking that wacky tobacco.
Do you know who?
Wacky tobacco.
Do you know who Tom Segura is?
Tom Segura.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
He's a comedian, and he's like just sort of recently, like within the past like 5 to 10 years, gotten like big,
Mm-hmm.
and like he's on his 3rd comedy special on Netflix. Like his third one just came out 2 days ago. It's called Tom Segura Disgraceful. Check it out, by the way, if y'all haven't, because it's super funny. But he talks about it in his comedy special. He says, like, you know, because he's an avid pot smoker. He goes, you know, my dad, it was Christmas Day, he was saying that, you know, my dad said, you know what I want to think, you know what I think of pot? And he was like, what, Dad? He was genuinely curious. And the dad goes, one time I was at a party and someone brought out a pot cigarette and I said, see ya, and left. And Tom's like, all right, you nerd, like, what? And then he goes, then when I was in Vietnam, a Vietnamese guy tried to sell pot to my Marines, and I found him, shoved my M16 in his face, and said, if you ever come around here again, I'm going to kill you.
Wow.
And Tom was like, do you have any stories in between those two? Or he does the joke a lot better. You should check it out. He's really funny. I feel like you would really like him.
Yeah, dude. I'll look it up when I get home. Check it out.
What are some of your favorite comedians?
You know, I'm not really got that deep into like comedians and stuff, so really I'm just like open to them right now. I know I've seen a little bit of what's that dude's name? Darn it, Kevin
Hart.
Yeah, that guy. I've seen a few of his stuff.
Yeah, he's generally pretty funny.
Yeah, but I have a just open mind, man.
If you want some like kind of gritty, you know, sort of vulgar comedy,
yeah,
which I feel like you would like.
You're not gonna say that one chick, are you? Please tell me.
Amy Schumer? No, absolutely not. She's not funny to me, at least.
She's not funny to anybody.
Well, comedy is what's the word I'm looking for?
She's funny to soccer moms with a little bob haircut, dude. That's who she's funny to.
Listen, if you like her, you want to listen to her, do it. That's fine. If she's funny to you, she's funny to you, right? I mean, she must be doing something right if she has Netflix specials and she's doing.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Somebody finds her funny.
But I've heard comics talk about her, and she steals jokes, and she's just not a good person to work with. And her comedy, to me, is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Tanner, how could you say that? It's just because you're a filthy male.
I am.
You can't understand it.
I'm a white cis male.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Come on, Tanner. I'm gonna take you out back, dude. I'm gonna be the good old yeller.
No, but Tom Segura, he's super funny. Great jokes, great delivery, great timing. Joe Rogan's another one. He's pretty funny. Let's see, Bert Kreischer. He's another. Have you seen the Facebook video where he's like, "I'm the machine"?
What?
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you need to look it up.
Yeah.
But it's those three, and then I'll send you more.
All right. Bet.
So this isn't written down in my notes, but I sort of want to get your perspective on it. Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
And I'm not trying to milk this. I know you probably have an opinion on it.
I mean, you can put in the tags, dude. Get a little bit of
get those
ad revenue.
views.
Ad revenue.
Get those views.
Logan Paul, dude. I mean, I just feel like he did nothing wrong, you know? Like,
oh, okay.
If I have to kill myself to be in a Logan Paul video, like,
oh my gosh.
You know, Logan Paul's my hero, dude. I'll do anything for it. No, dude, that was actually an argument that some kid said. He put a video on YouTube about like a few days after it happened, and he was like, you know, that guy should be thankful that he was in a Logan Paul video. This is what he said. He said he should be thankful that Logan Paul decided to put him in a video, and that kid would kill himself to be in a Logan Paul video, because he said that Logan was a maverick for going and recording stuff that no one else would record. Is his kid's words. And so I'm just like, Logan's fan base is just ravenous, dude. They're like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds that are just
Yeah, I was about to say freaking
Ravenous,
12
dude.
years old, 12-year-olds, dude. They're
12-year-olds, 11,
That will
10.
eat you alive.
And it's like they're feeding on him, man. They're
Mhm.
feeding on this like he knows he has kids as his followers. I think he was doing like during Christmas.
yeah,
or
that's
something.
his main target audience.
Yeah, and like during Christmas, he was doing this thing where he was like, "If you don't buy my merch, you're lame." And on one of his songs, I think he was talking about like, if you get something for Christmas and it's not Maverick merch, give it back or something like that. And it's just like,
Gosh, that's
crazy,
a great
man.
message to be sending to kids.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Tanner, I mean, you want to go take a trip to Suicide Forest? Like,
I actually
we could
do.
get some real money out of this.
I actually really do want to go visit Japan
Dude,
sometime.
I've heard Japan is awesome to visit, dude. Like, I've heard they've got
Mhm.
like the ramen that we have here, like the little like packages.
Yeah.
I've heard they do that like 10 times better. Like you go to any
Oh, I'm
convenience
sure.
store and it tastes like 10 times better than
I'm
whatever
sure.
we have.
I'm sure our donuts taste 10 times better than what they have. But
I'm sure that
American
too, man.
cuisine. No, but I actually really do want to go, well, travel the world in general, but to Tokyo and area specifically because I just feel like it'd be a really neat experience. And my grandmother actually wants to go, so we're planning on taking a trip sometime after I graduate high school to Tokyo.
Dude, it's crazy, man. I've heard a interesting topic of that is that like the convenience stores there,
Mm-hmm.
like they're like not even like the convenience stores anything that we have here. Like you go in there and there's like tables and stuff and you sit down and eat.
Wow.
It's like a little restaurant.
You know why? It's because Japanese people don't eat like on the street when they're
Yeah.
walking. They don't like grab something and go eat it on the street because their streets are super clean. Like
Yeah,
there's
they're
no
really,
trash.
They're really respectful.
So they want you to sit down, eat, and then go.
Yeah.
Like everything's not in like a super huge rush like it is here. From
Yeah.
what I've heard, I've
and,
never
and
been
bringing
there.
it back to the Logan Paul thing, like the stuff he was doing was just like so irresponsible there
yeah.
too. And that's another reason people are so angry is because like Japanese people are really respectful and honorable.
And even
then
in-
you have this guy coming in here being like, oh yeah, he went to like a church or something, and he had like a handful of coins.
He
'cause
went
you,
to
like,
a
put-
temple, yeah.
Yeah, and he just throws them
He
back.
went
in.
to, you have
Throws the
a
coins
wishing
in.
well, and
Yeah. Like,
But-
what are you doing? And you have people looking at him crazy because, like,
Yeah.
like,
they've never seen that kind of behavior.
Exactly.
It's childish, and I don't want to stay on this subject. So that is the machine video.
wow.
And for those of you confused, maybe a little worried, I just played the video for Gage, and I guess he enjoyed it. But for those of you who haven't seen it, go watch it. I'll link it in the bio or in the description. So that's just a little taste of that sort of comedy.
You know, I'll be real. I really enjoy it. Just to have this shirt on.
Just doing the whole comedy show shirtless.
Man, dude.
That dude runs marathons.
If I had the confidence to do that, man, dude,
That
it's crazy.
that guy runs marathons.
That's insane.
He's so just, from what I've heard and like his friends talking about him and stuff like that. He's so just like, yeah, I can fucking do that. You give me something, I'll do it. That he just does it.
That's a great personality to have, honestly.
Yeah, it's a great quality.
It's awesome.
And I don't know why I closed my laptop. We have notes on there.
Well, you know, you don't have them memorized. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, I sort of do. But I just like having the aesthetic.
Oh yes.
Of,
it's all about aesthetic, dude. You ever
a
listen to
laptop.
You ever listen to Vaporwave, my man?
No.
It's just like
Is it music? Or?
Yeah, it's like slowed down, like music.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
Is it-
chill, dude. Just
Interesting.
have it playing in the background.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard it. You probably just didn't know what it was called.
Maybe. What's it called?
Vaporwave.
Vaporwave.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, like Macintosh Plus. Have you heard that one?
Maybe.
It's really popular.
Oh,
I'm sure you've
okay.
heard it. It is
Probably.
It's like a meme for a little while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that all the music you listen to?
No.
Just
I listen to all sorts of stuff.
okay.
Rock, pop, Rap. Probably just ask me one and I know it.
You listen to some of that yee music?
You what?
Yee music?
Yee, that's the music I listen to.
Oh man, so Mars.
Mars.
That's a good segue.
Yeah.
What do you think about the planet?
I think
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank the planet?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see. I'd say an 8 out of 10. It just doesn't have enough features, you know.
You went higher than me. I'm only going 7.
No, if they added a DLC planet, I'd
If they added maybe like a swimming pool,
like if they added
then it'd be then it'd be an 8. But no swimming pool, so
yeah, no swimming pool.
I'm
Man.
staying low.
Yeah.
No, but I was actually, looking at news articles and stuff in order to prepare for this, see if there's anything interesting happening. They actually found a whole lot of frozen water underneath the surface that they hadn't realized was there, which I don't know really what that means, but it's wow.
Just insane to think about, like water, like the stuff that we need to live.
The stuff that we drank.
The stuff that I take a bath in? What?
There's some of that frozen on Mars?
What's
Crazy.
What, dude? Get a hairdryer, dude.
What?
Fix that up real nice.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with the hairdryer? But then
Dude, I was actually watching a video last night, and it was talking about the likelihood that the world that we know is a simulation. Now, before you go all crazy, be like, Gage, you're stupid. All right, first of all.
Gage, you're stupid.
All right, first of all. So, the number one argument for this, right, is that
the Mandela effect.
Basically, oh yeah, that's a good one. I could talk about that for hours, dude.
Oh gosh,
but,
here we go.
What it's interesting is that we're the perfect, just distance from the sun, water, air, all of that, and all the stuff that we've got, all that sort of stuff. And it's just perfect, like perfect conditions to live. What are the chances? And then you go around and you hear about how scientists have been able to sort of create like an artificial world with like humans and such, right? So what are the chances that we are not just someone else's experiment? If we ourselves can make an experimental world,
that's true.
Then we could already be one, and just recreating ourselves.
That's a good point.
It's crazy, man. About. Yeah.
2 questions pop up from that.
Yeah.
And I already forgot them. No, I remember one of them. I legit did forget one of them. But, oh yeah. First question. Since we're the perfect thing, do you believe if we aren't a simulation that there are other perfect worlds out there with life on them? So alien life?
Now see, that's where another part comes in. We were created to sort of be like a separate simulation. So there can be other simulations, right? But they were engineered to the fact that we would not be able to get into that. That's why the universe is so expansive. We haven't found anything because there's probably like barriers in the simulation between other worlds.
It's pay to play.
Yeah.
It's a DLC we haven't paid for.
We haven't unlocked the DLC yet, dude. But yeah, that'd be crazy to think about. To think that there's other worlds, and then like. Another interesting theory that I've heard about is like the alternate timeline. Like I know I've already talked about that with you, but like there's alternate timelines, right? That like, for example, like I didn't come to the podcast today.
I'd be dead.
Yeah, you could have died, dude. No. Like Gage didn't come to the podcast today. Yeah, and something else could have happened. Like I'd never moved to 40, that sort of stuff. Like that would be just like
it's
I could
like
stay in Berkner.
The butterfly effect, if one little thing changes, the whole world changes.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think about.
The smallest thing.
Have you ever seen the movie Looper?
No. All these references, man.
If you're into alternate timelines and all that sort of stuff,
It's crazy. to
watch the
think about.
movie Looper. It's a pretty decent movie, but
Yeah,
yeah,
just check it out.
you should.
Yeah.
Second question pops up.
Yeah.
Since we are the whole perfect thing and the probability of us like actually being alive on a planet that supports us is so
Yeah.
low, a lot of people call that God.
Yeah, but like the creation, the
Me,
people.
me included.
Exactly. And another thing is that like that would explain a lot of the so-called, glitches in the code, like the strange things that happen, like ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's bits of code that was like, because we found like the reason that scientists have been able to create sort of worlds similar to ours, like but not perfect, is because they found like bits of code that's like that, that's like our world. It's crazy, man. So like, what if ghosts and such like that can all be explained by glitches in the code, Like, oh, this one slipped up here. That's why there's like a phantom of like a bit of code. That's just insane, man. And like, I don't know, maybe global warming glitch in the code, that sort of
Or
stuff.
it's intended.
Or maybe it is. Maybe they just want to. They're testing to see how we.
So
how
are
we
you
react.
saying that like this code was created by another like human, like I guess sect, like somewhere off in the galaxy? Or are you suggesting it's like by
probably
higher
like
beings?
that, like, what if we're just in a computer, like, and some dude just logs on and starts screwing with us? I'm telling you, man. 9/11.
It's just, I wonder what would happen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They kill a bunch of
Made this nation
Hajis.
stronger.
No. Well,
we
you could argue that.
unified ourselves to
Uh,
closer,
for
you
a
know?
little bit.
yeah, for a
Look
little
at
bit,
us now.
but it's just a very odd thing to think about
Yeah.
because there's just so much that we don't know about the world.
Yeah.
Like oceans, dude.
That's crazy.
I am so
Dude,
freaking scared.
that
of
is
oceans,
crazy.
dude. There's
I-
so much stuff that could be lurking under there, dude.
We know that what's insane is we know more about the moon and the moon's surface and space in general than we do about our own ocean.
Yeah, and if you just take a step back and just think like, dude, what?
Like how vast and deep and just
But you could
crazy
just
the ocean
think
is.
about like, there's could be gigantic creatures down there. We've only explored like, I think there's like a very small percent. Like they're like talking in the like 10% or something, maybe
Yeah.
even lower than that.
And like people are like that Discovery Channel documentary, or is it like a mockumentary more like of
Yeah.
the mermaids, and they were like proving it, but it wasn't actually real, but they were doing it like it was real.
Mm-hmm. That might even be like
Yeah.
probable.
They're
is the
like,
thing.
no such thing as mermaids. How do you know?
Exactly.
Like there could be.
Dude, can you
All
just
sorts of stuff.
imagine like a huge like leviathan creature just beneath the depths that we have absolutely no knowledge on?
It's crazy.
What if like the Bermuda Triangle was just like a gigantic sea creature and like
Just eating people up.
and it just has like EMPs or whatever, like however they like the planes and stuff always go missing.
It says here to date we have explored less than 5% of the
Oh
ocean.
my god, dude. That is just terrifying.
That is what like about 96% of the ocean we have not explored.
That is just like that's amazing to think about.
People are saying, what if there's life on other planets?
We don't even
What
know
if there's
our
other
own
life
planet.
on our planet?
We don't even know our own planet. Like
Aquaman could be real, dude.
Honestly,
Aquaman,
Aquaman.
2020
dude, Godzilla can be real.
could be. We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, exactly. All it takes is one nuclear detonation. You wanna press this button I got here, Tanner? There's,
Kim Jong, what are you doing here?
well, you just press the button.
What would you do right now if Kim Jong Un just walked through the door and sat down and was like, "What's up, guys?"
Dude, we've got to get him on the podcast, dude.
Yeah, I would strap a mic to
Dude,
him.
we
and
need
be
to
like,
get like a
"What is-
messenger pigeon.
What's going on? Yeah, let's shoot him an email.
Yeah,
Hey,
shoot him an email.
hey
You gotta-
Kim,
you want to be on the podcast?
you want to be on the
dude?
podcast?
Come
dude?
on, man.
Not even say you want to be on my podcast on the topic of blank. It's, do you want to be on the podcast?
Dude,
Just
you
the
get a
podcast.
whole translator set up. You get Kim down here. He flies down to be on
Hey,
Tanner's podcast.
listen. Google Translate. done. I'm sure he flies.
You just get
his
your
own
computer
plane.
in between the two of you and just
Yeah.
him type in stuff, you type in stuff, you know?
Exactly. Have a little Google Voice read it for us. That's the entire
Dude,
podcast.
it would be awesome, dude. There would be unlimited. Dude, see if you can get Trump down here, dude. Maybe they can settle their differences, you know?
You know who
We could fix our
I
country.
eventually would love to have on the podcast
Who?
is his name is C.J. Pearson. I think
Yeah.
that's his name. He's like the next kid president. That's like
Yeah.
his whole brand. But he's like
Dude, you remember Kid President, dude?
no, but this kid, he's like an avid
Yeah.
social commentator,
Mhm.
political commentator. He has his own organization. He's like really doing things in the political world.
Mm.
Like
What side is he on, though?
he's right wing.
Dude, he's the next Alex Jones, dude.
No, he's a black kid, black teenager, like 15 or 16. Has a huge following on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's doing really incredible stuff. It'd be so cool to have him on. He
Dude.
lives in Georgia, but once if this gets big, I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, I'll fly you out, be on the podcast.
Dude, I'm on it, dude. Me and you, that side of the table.
Yeah.
Him on this side of the table. Greatness right there. Greatness.
But yeah, y'all should check him out.
Yeah, go check him out, guys.
Probably not gonna link that, but
Yeah, that probably won't be
I'll
linked.
just-
You'll have to go search for it. Sorry, guys.
yeah, I think his name is C.J. Pearson. I could be wrong. Let me check real fast. It's we were talking about Mars.
Mars, yeah. I think we got through that pretty good.
What?
We're gonna colonize Mars, guys. We're actually going right now.
Well,
Tanner's packing up his stuff.
yeah, I'm
He's in
putting
the
a
process.
U-Haul together.
Yeah. We're actually gonna.
No, they're actually planning on doing manned missions to Mars starting in 2020, I believe.
Yeah. We're gonna have Earth away from Earth. You know.
That's true. What do you like? Have you heard about Yeah, C.J. Pearson, C.J. space P.E.
Go check him out. on Twitter, guys.
A.R.S.O.N. It's the C.J. Pearson. Seems like a really cool dude. No, but have you heard of terraforming?
Yeah, terraforming. Yeah.
It's a
means
viable option for
It is
Mars.
viable, yeah.
Terraforming is basically creating a atmosphere.
What was that movie that came out? It was like Mars Needs Mom or something. What was that, dude?
I never saw it.
I never saw it either.
Shockingly, I have not seen that movie.
Dude, what is your favorite movie of that genre?
Of what genre?
I don't know. I brought the
Of the
movie up
mom's
earlier.
genre?
Yeah, the mom's
Let's
genre.
see. No, I really like the movie. Since we're on the topic of Mars, The Martian with
Oh, The Martian. You gotta say, dude, E.T. holds a good place on my heart,
E.T.,
my man. Like,
yes,
you just can't beat
absolutely.
the classics, dude. I'm telling you.
E.T.'s a good movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But yeah, The Martian, where the dude gets stuck on Mars. You know, he has to survive for a couple years up there, grows
That's crazy.
potatoes. You know,
That's potatoes.
yeah, it's a really great movie.
Potatoes are the real man's vegetable. Everyone knows that.
It
If you don't
has
eat potatoes, you're not a man.
It's true. Actually,
It's honestly true,
it's a
dude.
fact.
Why do you
No,
think Irish people are so strong, dude? Eat potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm coming from experience. I'm Irish.
Oh,
so-
me too.
Yeah, dude. Big men. Potatoes, dude.
Potatoes.
Potato.
Steak, potatoes, and mushrooms. That's all you need.
Steak, potatoes, and mushrooms.
That's all you
Actually,
need.
I actually went to Joe's Crab Shack today. It was pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah.
I went to Texas Roadhouse.
I was thinking about going there, but then I was like, you know, where I was at, Texas Roadhouse and Joe's Crab Shack are right by each other.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
that's the one I went to.
That's when you. Oh, dude, we were right by each other, dude. Should have came to the movies
What-
and seen me, man.
When were you there?
Like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, maybe.
What?
Dude,
Gosh, we were right next to each
we
other.
could have filmed the
No
podcast at
idea.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Heck yeah, on the playground outside.
Yes, on the playground. Yes. Yes.
Cole's gonna be happy to say
Yeah,
that.
cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah. Whenever I was driving back, there was like a ton of birds, dude. Like I think they're going. Are they going south right now or something?
Well, they are south right now.
Dude, oh, the arse.
Hmm.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was a ton of them, dude. Like I'm talking, they were landing on top of our cars when we were like stopped at the red light. Like there was tons, and I'm guessing it's because Crab Shack and all that, like the smell of fish probably brings them there. But it was insane. I've never seen so many birds in my life. I opened the door and one almost flew in. It's crazy. But yeah. Man. What's your favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? That's a tough one. I really do enjoy Texas Roadhouse.
That's definitely probably number one on my list.
Their steak is pretty decent. Like they have good steaks.
Oh, yeah.
Good service
What they go
most of the
for.
time. Butter and rolls to die for.
The rolls, dude. The number one draw, dude. Sweet tea and rolls. Boom. That's all you need, man.
But without the butter, the rolls are like
They're just.
rolls.
They're still
good, but
like
God
god tier, dude.
Babes is another one. Have you ever had
Babes
Babes?
is a true patrician taste, dude. Like if you live in Texas, you haven't been to Babes, get down there, man. Like that place is so good. And you get all the you can. I think I remember whenever I went there. I think the last time I've been there was like a few months ago, and man, I throw down with those potatoes, dude. They just keep bringing them to you. Never run out.
Keep bringing them out.
Keep bringing them. But I'd say mashed potatoes is my favorite side, so.
Yeah, I had loaded mashed potatoes with my steak.
So good. So good.
But I'm really a fan. I'm a big fan of sushi.
Yeah.
And we've talked about
Yeah,
this,
we
right?
talking about the hibachi place or whatever.
Yeah, Tokyo Harbor in Forney is it's a hibachi place, but they have sushi too, and delicious.
I've yet to go there.
I know. I need to take you sometime. We need to go out. It's expensive,
go,
but
man.
we can get Kroger sushi. It's fine.
Dude, we can go clean some dishes in the back. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Eat and run.
Dude, I'm like
No,
-5 on my cafeteria account. And I think they're gonna turn me into a lunch lady, dude. They're gonna come out and
Slap
abduct
a hairnet on you.
me. They're gonna come out there and abduct me, dude.
You're gonna roll up to your house with a white van, and a whole bunch of Hispanic ladies are gonna slide the doors open and get in.
Dude, yes, dude.
You're just not gonna know what to say. You're just gonna be like, okay,
They
I
actually
guess.
made me sign a contract for my first son. He's gonna be a lunch lady all the time.
It's like, you're fine.
He's not
Free
getting-
lunches for life. You're like, great. What's the catch? Your son.
Yeah, they're kind of, it's like sharecropping. They're he's gonna be kind of stuck there forever. You know.
That was not that funny, but it's late, and I
Dude,
think we're a little
I'm
delirious
living,
right now.
Yeah.
This is how I need to start doing the podcast. Just work all day, so I'm super tired, and then
Yeah,
do it late.
the best jokes come out when you're tired. I drank a double shot of Starbucks, like the Starbucks drink, you know, the double shot. I drank a white
Espresso?
chocolate. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was really good, but I'm gonna be up all night probably. Gotta get that gamer life, my man.
Well, that reminds me. I was going to go to GameStop after work today, get a PlayStation Plus membership, so I could start playing Fortnite finally.
Ooh,
haven't
Fortnite,
played it yet.
I have the installer on my computer, and I
Ooh.
have yet to install it. It's just sitting
Wow.
there. It's sitting on my desktop. I've seen so many people playing it, like on Snapchat. Like half of my friends just post screens of them winning.
Yeah.
Which, come on, you're gonna post a screenshot of you winning. Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you won a game of Fortnite against freaking 5-year-olds.
You're doing great
Congratulations.
things with your life.
Yeah.
No.
Professional Fortnite player over here.
But what
You know.
what I've heard is that people love it so much because there's no unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Because y'all all start out
Yeah.
nothing, and then
Well,
y'all
see,
just
I'm
go
a
out.
big player of PUBG, so
okay.
and Fortnite and PUBG are.
I hear
I'm not gonna say a knockoff, all right. I'm gonna constrain myself.
Well, it's a battle royale game.
Yeah.
Like PUBG's not the first one to do it.
Oh no, of course not. I think there was.
What's that game like? DayZ? Is that
Daisy?
like that's one?
Daisy was one of them. I think you just start in a random place. You don't parachute down though.
Well,
I think that's a new thing that came with PUBG though. I'm not sure. maybe.
I've
Don't
heard a
quote me
lot
on
of people like Fortnite better than PUBG. I've heard a
And
lot of people like it
it
better.
might just be because like Fortnite is like a real gritty, like realistic game. Like it looks, it's not like it's still a sort of a cartoon style, but Fortnite is like full cartoony, like real nice. Like you can get into it, and then like the controls aren't that hard. PUBG,
And also
you'll
it's
get,
free.
You'll get sniped across the map before you even know what happens. So, you know.
Also, Fortnite's free.
Fortnite's
for
free
download.
too, yeah.
So that's.
I don't know how much I spent on PUBG. I think I spent like I think I got it on a Steam sale.
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't that bad on the wallet.
Yeah, because you're a
Steam wallet, yeah, PC gamer.
you're a PC gamer.
Actually
PC
put
master
together my
race.
PC on my own. It was
Ooh,
pretty good.
You
yeah.
built your own.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty.
So have you ever played consoles, or have you always been a PC
I
gamer?
used to play on Xbox,
Okay.
and before that I played on PS3.
I can see why you crossed over.
Yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
just kidding.
I used to play on I played on PS3, PS2, and I had all the new consoles, or the old consoles. I mean, like I collect them, so I just have like above my bed I have like a dresser, and I just have like all the consoles just.
Those are gonna be
lying there.
valuable one day, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Keep
what I'm saying.
those.
I don't have any of the cords for them now. I lost them
Oh.
all, but I bought all of them when I was younger, and so.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying a lot. I'm catching myself.
Dude, it's
but
alright. It's
I've tried to stop doing it.
it's normal. Just calm down.
But that's why everyone was attacking Connor after the podcast because he was like, and he was talking. But
I mean, it's just like one of those things you do when you're talking, you know? Like,
yeah,
like I'm saying like a lot. Like, I bet that's making people angry, dude.
now that we've pointed it out, people
Oh
are
yeah,
starting to listen
guys,
and get
come
angry.
on.
But
Don't burn me at the stake, please. Just a normal guy, you know? The Krabby Patty secret formula.
he's not a normal guy. But anyway,
Yeah, it is.
I started out on PS2, right? Great console.
Yeah.
One of my favorites still.
Dude.
I still have it. I play it from now.
That's the best
Yeah.
game on that console. Don't add me on this, bro. The best.
Battlefront 2.
You got
I
me
get
there,
you?
dude. No, I was actually gonna say something else, but that once you brought that one to my mind, dude, I would spend hours on that game,
I
dude.
still spend hours
Like
on
on
that
the,
game.
especially on the Jedi versus Jedi one, where just everyone was like Jedis and
Yeah.
all that, dude.
I know what you're talking
Oh my
about.
god, that was so fun. Like I don't know how people feel about the new Battlefront game, but I just feel like the old stuff is always just
The first new Battlefront they made was received really poorly, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no really main storyline, no campaign, and then the multiplayer was just crap from what I've heard.
yeah.
But the new one, I've heard the campaign is like mixed emotions because people are glad they have a campaign, but they advertised it like it was going to be a whole different story from what it actually was, so people are not happy about that. But the multiplayer seems to be pretty good. So,
I know. I think I got like a demo because like the people that released it, what was it, EA?
Mm-hmm.
They did a few free days where you could just try it out, and it was like it wasn't optimized at all whenever I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you would like run and then it would teleport you back, and then you run and it teleport you back, and it was like the lag was just awful. So I didn't really get a good intro into the game, so I never really bought it yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't really seriously played it yet. But you know, and I have a lot of money in my Steam wallet. I might as well just buy it and just see how it is if it's received well. But what I was gonna say for the PS2, the best game was Digimon Rumble 2, Rumble Arena, dude.
I never played that.
Digimon Rumble Arena, dude. If I still have it somewhere in my house, like, you gotta bring it over, dude. You gotta do some Digimon Rumble Arena.
Absolutely.
It's so good, dude. You be like the Digimon and you like beat the tar out of each other, and then like little orbs would fall out, and you could like Digivolve and get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also lose that, I think, if someone beat the tar out of you. You know, that sort of stuff. It's real fun.
But what I was saying earlier with the PS2, like I had that, then I was like, really wanted a PS3 when it came out. So about a year after that, I got a PS3.
The thing I liked about PS3, sorry to interrupt, but
No,
like
it's fine.
it was the multiplayer was free.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the biggest draw from Xbox 360
Yep.
was that you had to pay for 360. PS3, you just buy it and boom, you're online. It's like computer gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like computer games, you don't really have to pay unless you have like a subscription for World of Warcraft, like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Where they make you pay a subscription fee to play, which really isn't that bad, because it's a really good game. But with the PS3, you can just go on and play with your friends, and I think that's what brought a lot of people to Sony. But nowadays they seen, hey, Xbox is making a lot of money, like let's get some money, guys.
Yeah.
Why not?
So then it was PS3, and that was my console, for the longest time.
Yeah.
That's what I bought all my games on, and I'm actually selling a lot of them, keeping a select few, just spring cleaning a little bit. But then I actually, because all of my friends that I would want to play online with had Xbox 360s, so I was like, it kind of sucked because I couldn't play with them, so I bought, and also I liked the Halo franchise and all that, so I bought an Xbox 360 along with my PlayStation 3. But I never really got gold for it, so I couldn't play online, so I was just like,
And that was a drawback for a lot of people.
Yeah,
But the
exactly.
thing is, like, you could buy a PS3, and
just
if your
play.
friends got that, you could play, and then you only had to pay for one subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, it's a lot tougher because you have to go, you choose either one, and if you have both, that's 2 subscriptions you've got to spend money on, and that sucks.
So
It really
then
does.
I sold my Xbox 360 and just kept the PS3 because I wasn't really doing anything with it. And then I was like, okay, I'm really going to make the transition over to Xbox. So I bought an Xbox One when the new consoles came out. I bought the One over the PS4. Well, same situation. Never really played. The reason I bought an Xbox One was for Fallout 4 when it came out,
Yeah.
because console modding and stuff.
That was
Xbox
the
One
first
was
thing
going to
I
have
bought as well.
an open, pretty much all the computer consoles were going to be on Xbox One, right? And the PS4 didn't have that because you can't bring out of file coding into the mods. Like PS4 doesn't allow that, so
Yeah.
you couldn't get new textures for weapons, or you couldn't get new armors or anything like that. So it's like, well, okay, I'm gonna go for Xbox One. And I don't really know why I changed over back to PS4, because I sold my Xbox One and bought a PS4, because really I'm only playing one-player games
Yeah.
like Fallout 4 and Skyrim and stuff like that, where I want to mod on it, but the mods are limited now on the PS4.
Yeah.
But then again, like, a lot of my friends have PS4s, so
Yeah, and
now they
that's
have
really
PS4s.
what it comes down to is what your friends have. Back in my day, I had before I became a PC master race. It's a transition that happens over time. But before I did that, my console of choice was the Xbox One as well, because I really wanted to play the new Fallout.
Yeah.
And so, like, I wanted to play with mods because, like, what other way is there to experience it? And so
Exactly.
I got that. I got a bunch of mods, and I played it for probably crisp 2.5 weeks, I'd say,
Okay.
before I got bored with it. I think I got my base set up.
Yeah.
The dude kept telling me to go. Was it Preston Garvey?
Yeah.
Kept saying, "Oh, you got a place to protect," or something like that. And I was just like, I'm kind of bored with this, And so I just quit after that. And then a few months later, I just switched to PC and never looked back.
Interesting.
I still have the Xbox though.
Yeah.
I think my brother just plays it now, but
Well, there you go.
yeah.
Well, it's been a while.
It has.
Any closing comments
Um,
for the people?
Trump for president 2020.
Oh, God. Now we can't post a video. Thanks.
Dang,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, all right. Well, looks like
We're getting swatted.
yeah, we're actually the FBI just came in. Decapitated Tanner.
We told him, hold on a sec, we're recording.
Yeah, they actually decapitated Tanner and his head's just sitting there on the table.
Yeah, I'm dead. Mic's still on, so I'm
Yeah.
still talking.
Still clipped to his ear.
Because I'm dedicated to you guys.
Yeah, see, this we need more dedication.
This is the
like
dedication.
you know?
Listen, you 22 subscribers, or 21, 22 subscribers
21?
out there, whatever. I love you guys. I'm dedicated to you guys. You know, my head is detached from my body, and I'm preaching my love to you. So.
Wait, Tanner, before you bleed out, dude,
Mhm.
let's just have a little. Man, it's really weird talking to a decapitated.
No, dude, it's fine.
All right, but let's just have a quick conversation about the state of memes right now. I know it's a sensitive topic for some people, but
Well, Gage,
you know,
show me the way.
The Ugandan knuckles. It's,
Yeah.
You know, I feel like with the podcast, we should just have like a quick recap every week
Of memes?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this week seems like Ugandan knuckles. I've actually played the VR chat game, and it's just, it's hard to swallow. You know, whenever you go on there, and because people have seen all these memes, they want to go try it out. You get into a room. You can get into the when you start the game, you're in a little starting area, and you go to different worlds. You start the game, and you're just instantly surrounded by people spitting on you. You know, the knuckles. He doesn't know the way, Buddhas. And they
Okay.
and that's what they do.
All right. Well, this is getting a little long. We're gonna have to wrap it up.
All right, guys.
Next week we'll talk about
We're gonna
memes
have
and
to clean up this mess.
spitting Ugandas.
I'm gonna have to clean up this mess of Tanner's body, but I'll catch you guys in next time I'm on, I guess, maybe, whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
I guess I'll see you guys later, you know? I love you guys.
See you later. He's already saying the L word. Well, I love you.
Sorry, I'm not used to being in a
I love you guys.
relationship.
Love others. You know.
Let's begin now.